Hey, afternoon, guys, from Australia. It's 1917 hours, Australian Eastern Standard Time. US Bitcoin price $44,121.40 in American dollars. Australian dollars, it's $67,023.23. It's gone up a fair bit. It's holding and going up. A little bit of ups and downs, but generally speaking, slowly going up. We haven't even hit the halving yet, guys. I think that's coming up in about April. But anyway, today I was going to talk about scarcity. You know, now, the less there is of something that's in huge demand, there's some really wealthy people on the planet, and they're willing to pay anything for it. Especially if you've made something that there's a limited amount of, like, let's say, I've got a bottle of Remy Martin, the 13th cognac. Now, I bought it for about $700. This was years ago. It's popped up to approximately $5,300 worth a bottle. So that's not too bad. And everyone's going, gee, that's good. That's good. That's unbelievable. That's a bottle of alcohol for $5,300. Well, get this one. Now, if you don't believe me, research things yourself. A bottle of 1926 Macallan just sold for the record price. 2.1, nearly 2.2 million pounds, which, let's say for Australian viewers, that's approximately, right? 4 million Aussie dollars for a bottle of 1926 Macallan. Wow. Not drinking that. Oh, you can if you want. Like, you can do whatever you want. People go, oh, well, what's the point of having it if you don't drink it? I like collecting whiskey. I like drinking. I'd say bourbons are about my favourite. American bourbons, Jack Daniels, Wild Turkey. They're my favourites to drink. But collecting, right across the board. I'll drink all whiskies. Nothing like a good steak meal, cigars and whiskies. Possibly ports. Ports are good too. I don't store ports. A lot harder to store. So, then it takes us down to Mr. Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever, and his Bitcoin. I've always been a bit worried with Satoshi because he's got 1 million Bitcoin in his pocket. I thought, what's he going to do with it? I don't worry about it anymore. Because, even if he did dump it on the market, it's going to get snapped up pretty quickly. It's not going to hang around for very long at all. It might drop Bitcoin price for a little bit, but the big boys are coming in, the BlackRocks, the Fidelities. They're going to snap it up. And I don't believe Bitcoin's going to stay low at all, even if that happened, but I don't think he would. I think he's stocking it to be one of the richest men in the world. So the other thing is, I also get involved with the gold coins. I enjoy my gold coin collections. You got your King Edward gold bullion, you got your Louis XVIII francs, that's the 1818. That's nearly Napoleonic era. It's around there somewhere. You got the Queen Victoria collection, you got the Rand, South Australian, South African Rand, all little gold bullion coins. Now, the more the scarcity on those coins, the more the coin is worth. So that's what it's all about. Now, Bitcoin is going to get halved, which means it's going to become more scarce. Which means it's going to become, I don't know which way it's going. I am a hodl, hold on for dear life, but you got different sorts of hodl. You got the hodl that's going to hold on to Bitcoin, but he's going to wait for it to peak at a price, then he's going to sell, he's going to wait for it to drop. Like, let's say I peak at $100,000 and I sell $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. Now I wait for it to drop and I buy back into the bottom at $100,000. But if you're an extreme hodl, you're not going to sell, you're going to hold. So you're going to peak at $100,000. All right, you're going to drop down. This is my theory. You're going to drop down to 60,000, 50,000. This is just an example. So don't everyone go, oh, you know, it's not going to do this, it's not going to do that. It's an example. And you're going to just ride the wave. You know, it's going to hit 50,000 and then it's going to escalate. Then it's going to take off back up, right, from 50,000. Whereas if you sold, you're actually buying in to the 50,000 with 100,000. So you've actually made more money. But no one, like, it's good doing it on theory, on those practice models, and everyone makes heaps of money. It's different when you do it in real life. Right? So you won't exactly pick it. You might sell at 90,000 and it keeps going up to 120,000. But here's the big question. Is it going to drop? Like, it still hasn't. I believe people are going to go on board a lot more. The small private people, when they see the BlackRocks and that jumping in. And price of Bitcoin is going to go through the roof. And that's when people are going to start jumping in. You know, people are a bit funny because they got the herd mentality. You know, the general rule is go opposite to the herd. You know, so they won't jump in now. They're going to sit and watch. By the time BlackRock jumps in and the price goes through the roof, that's when they're going to start jumping in. So they've lost a lot of profits. You know, it's basically you've got to balls up and jump into it now. While it's still, I've already gone up. I bought in at about 25,000. That's when I bought in approximately. Now it's already hitting the 44. You know, and people were watching me going, oh, yeah, but it's gone. And it went down a few times, went down, went back up. He goes, oh, you sure that's a smart investment? Well, I've already gone way over what people are earning on interest rates from banks, you know, the long-term deposits. That's only around 7%. I'm around the 25, 30% mark. That's how much interest I've earned on my profit taking. There's nothing else keeping up with that, guys. Not even housing is keeping up with that. Not to mention, not many people are out there that can buy houses straight off the bat. You know, like, oh, your house is worth 1.2 million. Here's 1.2 million dollars. I'll buy that house and I'm collecting whatever percentage interest rate I'm earning on my house. No, because you've got to deduct from that the interest you pay to the bank on your loan. So, exactly where Bitcoin is going, I'm a bit worried of selling it because I don't know if it's going to just skyrocket through the roof. I think there will come a time when it'll start dropping. But when? Look, you just watch all the people that are talking about it. I know some people go, oh, you shouldn't be watching them. But, you know, you watch 5 or 6 different people. I watch more than 5 or 6 different people. But you make sure the same message is coming out. See, I like Rand Paul. I like Michael Saylor. You know, they're all in the guts of it. I do realise they could be pumping things up just for themselves to make a profit. You don't know. Unless you know that person directly, you're not 100% sure. But there is some ethical people out there. So that's all I wanted to talk about. The big thing was scarcity. I might attach a video to this one. It's all about scarcity. That's where you make the money. All right, guys, take it easy and chat soon. See you later.